Pretty good. Yeah, I gotta grab my food. There you go.
Wow, again?
Yar.
I got kicked. Are you still in? That seems crapping out. Yeah. What season is it?
Season 0.
Like, when is there off seasons? Why is
See,
there
that
an
would be
off
an
season?
actual good name for like first season of a zombie like TV series. Season 0. Like Patient Zero. Yeah. And a video game.
Yeah, that was a
Clear
game.
the area and lock it down. Enemies headed your way.
And the host.
Get your head down.
No. What is your shield?
That is a game I do have. Right? They main Genji.
What, not Mercy?
Dude, I respect people who can play Genji and Overwatch on PlayStation. No, because Genji, you actually have to lead and aim shit. It's a little bit harder. That's true.
That hurt them. Be ready.
Don't get cocky.
I've never played it.
No, that's also because it's a mixed hypodermic needle gun.
Move.
Black Widow? Not like the Black Widow.
A damn good one, surprisingly enough.
Is there like a story and a single player to that game?
Yeah, but the problem is that's where all the story is. It's not actually in the game itself. Yeah, unfortunately.
I used to think the story was cool, like the first year, first couple months. It's kind of growing on me.
Three left. Go get them.
Enemy fire.
Yeah, well, not when you start out with different characters.
Enemies clear. Stay alert.
Playing like different characters.
Don't get cocky.
Not when you've gone through 4 different characters before you picked him up.
The thing I think I have most against that game is that it kind of feels a lot like that Space Ninja game. I can't remember the name of every time.
The enemy's tapping into
Seriously, there is a
civilian
game
combat. We need
that
to
is
take out their uplink
basically
devices.
Space Ninjas.
On it.
I just can't remember the name to the title of the game.
Found one. It's amazing.
I've got no shield.
One device down.
Find cover.
I don't know, it's so weird.
Because they run the exact opposite direction
I
of you,
never
probably.
noticed. Freaking black. See, I want the black armor.
Almost done.
Freaking cool. You're halfway there. I know, like I just now got to rep 8, got the black material for Valkyrie and Warlord. I mean, but that's 2 characters, so cut that time in half. It's not that long. Especially when you gotta, when you put all the bounties into one character and have a champion status, it doesn't take that long. It's like a week.
Protect yourself.
3 more to go.
Yeah.
Shields down.
Good. Stay sharp.
Don't get cocky.
You need to take a break.
Hostiles en route.
Let's move.
Just circle jerking. Yeah, freaking.
Find cover.
No, that's because they have people dicks in their mouths. Everyone knows when you're choking you can't hear anyone.
Teammate injured.
Har har har.
Har.
Coming.
Haha, gotcha. Did you see that, dude? I knocked him off the ladder. It was awesome. How do you... See, that's what I don't understand. How do they still grab you when you dodge their shit? No, this guy is good. Oops. He's going ham.
Find cover.
3 more to go.
All but one.
All clear for now.
Another battle done.
Enemies headed your way.
Get going.
I killed the Black Knight. He did, but I survived it. Like a boss. Damn it.
Shields are out.
Alright.
Shields down.
Lag. Switching.
Yeah, I heard lag switching is a major problem in that game.
Yeah. Because what you're seeing, yeah, what you're seeing is not what they're seeing on your screen. I don't know.
Just 3 hostiles
The internet
remaining.
needs to evolve into like some kind of like Tesla
All enemies
coil
clear. Keep it
currency.
up.
Another battle done.
Or digivolves too. Death. Did you guys see the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse ponies?
Intelligence needs
The
data from
clouds?
your location. Look for
No, they're called apocalypse ponies. It's pretty hilarious.
No.
It's on YouTube.
One of them was called War, right?
Yeah, war, famine, pestilence, and death.
Yeah.
teammate injured.
Distance.
Is it nice not working?
I think I
Back in the saddle
Yeah.
again. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I personally believe a 3-day weekend is what is mandatory for jobs.
Data received. Loud and clear.
Even
I
if
got it
it's
set up
4
to
by
where I only
10s,
work 2
you
days
get that.
in a row.
Huh?
I got it set to where I only work 2 days in a row, so I got 1 day off and then 2 days off, opposite weeks.
I mean, that is also
Also
good. It
maybe-
depends on how you prefer it, but if you did 4 days on and 3 days off all at once, it wouldn't feel like you're wasting 6/10 of your life, you know?
Down to 1.
That hurt them. Be ready.
Jesus Christ,
Another
dude.
battle done.
Yeah, yeah, I can't do that. I gotta be like, happy. Or worse, gotta be bearable, or else I quit.
Shuttle incoming. Get to the extraction zone.
Well, you work those long hours, so you only have to work 4 days. It's kind of silly, though.
It'll probably be heavily taxed. For your week?
Yeah, and for 2 weeks.
That's not too bad.
Because that's... Yeah, not bad. Better than what I make right now.
Get your head down.
I would just take it and then freaking bite the bullet a little bit. Yeah, but it's a good resume builder, and then you can use it at a different job and bullshit your way through.
I'm reading a flat line.
True, but if you got friends in the business, you could use that as an excuse to be like, oh, hey, yeah, well, you know, so-and-so, we had a disagreement of opinion, therefore I left to try and pursue better
Down, everyone
options.
standing. Drinks are on me.
Hello, viewer. Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Actually, I think I'm gonna get off. Eat some food. I'll be back later.
Dude, come on, I'm
Yeah, it's time
streaming.
to eat.
Eight. Keep it under 18 and appropriate, please. No, I'm kidding. Mine's set up so people already know that this is above 18.
Okay. And they can hear us too.
If you have it set up, yes.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I gotta eat. I'm hungry. I'll be back. Adios, muchachos.
See you, man. Well, rank 2 of that. Sweet, one less character to try and grind for.
What'd you get?
The Asari Huntress.
Nice.
Yep. So that's rank 10. Alright, one more level. Booyah.
Hostile territory, people. Secure this position and stay sharp.
I suppose it's up to us.
Enemies incoming.
Move!
Boom shakalaka.
Don't get cocky.
All right.
Hostiles en route.
We should go. Enemy fire! Die!
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
Down to 1.
We're tracking reinforcements.
Don't get cocky.
We're picking up classified data on the Scourge. Upload it before they lock us out.
Understood. Get your head down.
Data transfer.
Enemy fire!
Hang in there, Apex.
Find cover.
Data received. That's a wrap. Nearly through. Three left. Go get 'em.
Down to 1.
Enemies cleared. Stay alert.
Don't get cocky.
Enemies headed your way.
Move.
Okay. Where are we at? Ooh, lots of guys.
Find cover.
Ooh, that was close.
Squad member down.
All assist. Find cover. Appreciate the help. Get your head down.
Three more to go. All clear for now.
Booyah.
Well, that's that.
Enemies incoming.
I have to check something really quick. Be right back.
Hydra. Incoming. I've got no shield.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die.
Squad member down.
Thank the goddess.
Okay. Now I'm getting back to the game. Oh shit, they were right on top of me too.
Protect yourself.
Three more to go.
Down to one.
All enemies clear. Keep it up.
Another battle done.
Key enemy personnel were tracked to that location. Take them out.
On it. Protect yourself. I've got no shield.
Target down. Target eliminated. Teammate injured.
All right, hang on. Shields down.
Oh wow.
Hang in there, Apex. hostiles remaining.
Down to one.
Sensors clear for now. Great shooting.
Don't get cocky.
Oh boy.
We're done here. Get yourself to the LZ.
Back off.
10 seconds.
Mission complete. Full team secure.
Booyah. Good job, guys. Whew. How'd that do? Nice. Sorry about that, was respecing some skills.
This one's simple. Clear the area and lock it down.
If we must fight, we fight well.
Enemies headed your way.
Time to move!
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
All but one!
Sensors clear for now. Great shooting.
Well, that's that.
Hostiles en route.
Let's move! Shields are out.
Andromeda.
Another battle done.
Okay then.
Sources say key data is scattered around this area. Find and recover that data.
Careful of the Hydra. Careful of the Hydra.
Well done. We've got the data.
Hey.
Hey, sorry, I was just
Good to go.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, I was just talking to you about if you came in myself.
Ah.
What do you want? What do you want? What is it, Decky?
Oh. Whoa.
What do you want, Dexter? I don't know. You wanna hop up on the bed? So, doesn't look like it.
Enemy fire.
What? You're huffing and puffing.
I'm reading a flat line.
I think she wants to blow your house down.
What? Being all cute.
Oh, well.
3 more to go. Squad member down.
No one dies on my watch.
So cold, yeah.
Good. Stay sharp.
It's probably
Another
not
battle done.
really in your standards, but for Australia.
What are you talking about?
It just feels cold here. We've had a southerly wind,
Let's move.
so like all the winds from
Like Australia feels cold, or like the rest of the world feels cold?
no, it's like I'm just saying I feel cold. Australia. I said it's probably nothing in your standards.
I was meaning like the difference between 50 degrees Fahrenheit and like 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm not sure about Fahrenheit, to be honest.
General rule of thumb from what I've noticed is it's not quite half, but it's close enough to half. So if it's 70 degrees, then it'd be bring it down to closer to 30, I think, right?
Scales different.
Or is it just at the higher temperatures? I can't remember which.
It scales differently, so it's really tricky.
Yeah,
Because if you look at the equation, you have to...
like 20 Celsius should be around 70 or something like that. I have to double check.
Just 3
I'm on the
hostiles
enemy
remaining.
team. Awesome.
All
Hope
but
she
one.
doesn't join my group because that means...
There's one dino.
We're tracking reinforcements.
Well, that's that.
Hey Christina, we're versing each other. Yeah. No, I only just joined. I'm a told you.
Enemies triangulating.
IRMR streamer good.
Get them broken.
Hey, what's up, Israel?
Head down. I've got no shield.
You were very quiet all of a sudden.
Enemy tech shut down.
Hello, hello.
There we go.
There you go. What's up, Arcanite?
Not much. Just wrecking house with a level 13 and gold. Oh shit. Nope. Wow, I barely missed that.
I'm about to load on the master check now. I haven't played in a while.
Holy cow, I just sniped somebody.
No one
Did you
dies
see
on my
that?
watch.
I sniped somebody as Dorbian on your team. I sniped you as Dorbian. That's Dorbian.
All enemy devices are now offline.
I've ordered some sushi, and now it's time to play master. I completely wasted money. What round are you on, Arcanite?
I just hit 6.
One to go.
We're in the middle of that one right now.
Any new characters? Since
The last
alien one?
the last one was the Solarian.
Keep your guard up.
Another
Yeah,
battle
okay, so
done.
that's the last one. I see too.
Yarp.
Do they fix the Apex scores or not?
I'm not sure.
Time to go. Get to the extraction site.
Was there something wrong with the Apex scores?
Say they're gonna nerf them.
Oh, I'm just trying to survive.
Do you got Destiny, dude?
No.
Because you guys absolutely smashed me.
Just bought it. It's alright.
Yeah, I refuse to get it again.
Yeah, it's... Pretty terrible. And it's fun.
One member down.
All is set.
Oh, 3.
Nice.
3 eliminations received. That's how screwed we get it. And this diva is like a thing against me.
That voice. Enemy turret!
Shields are out.
That's how Apex gets it done. Come on, Holt.
Engineering kit, increase detecting.
Uh-oh. Me.
Put your me. I know. It's the way that it will registered in my brain.
That's not
Alright, I'm gonna create a game and then I'm gonna set it on private till you get here.
Sorry.
Did
It's
they
a
ever?
soldier. Oh, yeah.
They didn't
I haven't
fix
got multiple
if you get to 20 with the character, the actual
What about it?
points. Like you actually get more points or no?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the Apex rating at all.
No, not the Apex. Like when you like level get to 20 and you level it up, do you get extra points or something? Or no?
No.
Still,
All it is a level cap. A level cap.
yeah, it's no point in leveling up after that, then, just to get money.
Oh, nice, whoever that was.
Let's
Oh.
see, captain's on.
I see whoever that was. Come here. Sorry. I was trying to get the May behind you, but the bullets.
I feel bad for May. She's like the #1 target. Her and Farah seem to be the ones that everyone
It's
focus
not
on.
that, no, it's not that. It's just that she was the weakest out of everybody there.
Well, I know. I'm just saying I feel bad for that particular anyone who really plays that character because they are the
No,
target.
She really isn't a high target. Like in comparison to Lucio, Mercy, tanks, like Orisa. Like especially healers. Healers cop the shit. Especially.
Maybe it's just whenever I play that I feel that way. Like it's a subjective opinion. Because whenever I play as May, I feel like I'm singled out every time.
Well, you happen to just get singled out in general in this game. It's pretty stupid.
Yeah, even though the game's supposed to have tactics and whatnot, no one ever does them. It's just like, okay, we're gonna Zerg rush every time.
Want to do a modified mission?
How am I doing on my prestiges?
That's because your team are just trickling in there. Oh! Did you see what just happened? Turret's down. This is your time to regroup and push.
Let's see.
Yeah, we're both bastions. Nice.
I wonder where's everybody at.
Hey, Christina. Behind you. Ah!
I see you, Christina.
This Torbium threw armor at me because he thought I was friendly, and then turned back around and was like, hang on, you're not friendly.
It's like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, because we're wearing less
You or I?
Yeah.
Nice. I am English good.
It's good. Patience you do not have. Much more reading you must.
Oh, I was too busy taking care of the sniper.
Eat it,
I don't
nerd!
remember matchmaking was taking this long.
Mm.
You wanna just run the silver? You and I? Hold
That's
on,
where I
change
was like,
characters.
nice. Because I was watching you.
I play with gold.
Oh, there you go, now I'm
Mm-hmm.
play on gold.
Hey, I'm on the thing. Oh.
Boom, back to gold. Nigel Farage?
The one guy wants to play.
Okay, so did you leave the game? You sure that's not
That's
just
what
the
happens. Yeah, it usually happens with leftover cheeses.
Ooh. Yeah, but that's what natural cheese is like. Like, if you get
Hostile territory, people. Secure this position and stay sharp.
I've hunted much
Okay.
cannier prey.
yeah,
forgot
onion
to
goes
Does it
before
have like
cheese.
this weird moldy smell? It's probably the butter.
Butter
Oh.
pasta? What? No,
Then
but
chances
onion
are
goes
you got freezer burned veggies and whatnot.
onions go off.
Right, but a lot of places, especially restaurants, they'll buy fresh produce, but they'll also freeze it overnight, or, you know, you might have gotten
but-
the last carrot in the fridge type thing.
Yeah, a guy just
She-
tried to sell me beef from a freezer at the store.
But she said
I
that
almost
it
bought
was
it too.
Hey, Jordy.
It's Geordie LaForge.
What?
Star Wars.
What character are you?
I don't watch Star Wars. Sorry.
Get out.
How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
Christina, what character are
Landu Carizian.
Well, I'm pumped.
I'll be right back, wait up.
Man said land dude who's already here.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he said 1 sec, I'll be back.
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
All is safe.
Oh, you
Oh,
son
damn
of a
it.
bitch!
If you're Han Solo, I'm Porkins, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, knife his ass. You kill off peoples like that.
I'm
Okay,
the
I'm
flying
back.
assassin.
I had to troll some of my friends.
That's productive.
I said hey yo, and then I said bye yo.
You have 3 more.
You Beatles them.
Well, that's that.
Hmm. Hello, nice to meet you.
Enemies headed your way.
Time to move.
Hey, it's high noon.
What's the one on man?
Here in Australia, it's high noon.
Dude, do you
Australia,
listen to
the last
Mysterious Universe
realm
podcast?
of the cowboys.
No, we're fighting each other. Kill me if you
I like your skin,
want.
Dino.
You're lucky I just used my hook, by the way. I only just... Enemy turret ahead. Somebody take care of it.
Derp.
All is safe.
Mr. Krogan, you need to stop trying to rush in against other Krogan because you're not leveled up for that.
I was like, I'll get this Zarya.
Is that a custom game?
Yep.
I used my ass Ari sword to kill him.
Acidaris. Never any better.
GW.
Protect yourself. Shields down.
Money did it.
Get your head down.
You got a soldier coming for you.
Aren't you an anime?
Did you know?
Stay sharp.
Another
You're trying to be a main character. Oh. I was gonna say, you're gonna try to be a main character, but you're trying to be lawful good.
You're trying.
He
To be
wanted a
fair-
piece of that
To
ass!
be fair,
We
to
detected
be
You want a
fair,
piece of that anime?
location in the Pauline zone.
Dead
fair-
Dende.
guys, I'm trying to
Bloody
talk.
Sugata.
sorry, Magma's trying to speak.
To be fair, he was ulting on your base, and not your particular, but what he didn't know,
On the base.
your base, your spawn. He was sitting at your spawn before. Yeah, but I mean, he was trying to kill everybody as they came out. So. Yeah, I know. But he only killed you. Like, I'm just saying, he's just really shit at the game. He wasn't targeting you. He was just really shit.
Careful of the Hydra.
It's finding a new game. We should go by.
Shit.
I'm coming.
Gotta get out of here. Let me get my ammo. Need ammo.
Why is Fender spamming me with invites? I'm in a party. If he wants me to go into a party, just come into the light. Fender. No, Fender. The guy who's 20 years old and married.
What?
I was like,
So there's a guy 12 years old and married?
20.
Oh. I was like, is he a prince?
I didn't even think about what I was saying, and when I heard that he was married, I was just like, why?
I ask that question all the time to married couples.
I didn't even think about, like, that people get married because they want to. That wasn't even something that registered in my mind. I was just like, why'd you get married?
I understand, dude.
Teammate injured. Teammate
Still
injured.
trying to understand the concept of this chemical balance called love.
You mean Michael?
No one dies on my watch.
No, I was just asking. If someone's with you.
Protect yourself. Shields down.
That's cool. The McCoy those two platforms. Oh! Honestly, staring me out.
Head down.
Is this Mystery Heroes?
Yo.
Alright, then I'll choose Winston. Because I suck at Winston.
So you try and not get.
Yeah.
Data received. That's a wrap. Hang in there, Apex.
Do 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 do.
Oh, I got Winston. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a pretty good team comp besides. Like if our sombrero changed.
Are you sombrero shaming me?
It's just defense. With defense on this.
How dare you? I'm non-binary, gender fluid, sombrero.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Let's get it, Bobby. Let's go to the bebop.
Babidi boopy? Bibbidi bobbidi boopa.
I got the boobity bebop, bobbity boopy, boobity bebop, boobity bop, boobity bebop, boobity.
Oh, there's an enemy Winston.
What
He
other
can
game?
join if he wants to. He can leave his friends behind.
He's already in our group.
Don't get cocky.
Because if he can't...
So am I just a side hoe to you?
Are you appearing offline?
I'm kidding. No, I'm online.
Oh,
I never appear offline.
I do. Online. Allow.
He never appears offline. But he is offline quite often.
I need healing.
I saw that.
I'm back here, Winston. Oh, I just got slain. Thank you, Geordie, for avenging my death. Oh, hell
You
yeah.
can dance if you want to.
Two Genghis.
You leave your friends
We
alone.
can do whatever you want in the rain. You
Stadium?
dance
Completely different song, sir, but okay.
Behind you. Okay.
I just wanted to be a part of your funk group. It's pretty funky.
It's okay. People want to try and fit in. Took Christina a long time to acclimate too.
We love you a long time.
I think she actually was friends with everyone else before I was. Though I did meet Magma prior to knowing Christina and the rest.
Yeah, that's true.
What I don't understand is why the hell are they trying to rush so far and they still haven't caught the first song?
Yeah, because they thought they had it. Like, they thought they were just like, oh yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I was like...
So I was like, lol, I'll just
who went down? Oh, there goes Israel.
Uh-oh. I think it's getting too many people.
Wait, does that make him real? He is real? Haha.
Israel, but yes.
I know, I was trying to make it funny.
Make it funny.
He's trying to make a fanny.
I couldn't make it funny.
I absolutely just killed myself.
He accidentally killed himself.
Yeah.
Officer, I swear it wasn't me. I slipped on a towel and fell, and my dick just fell in.
Officer, I swear, I thought she was over 18.
It's alright,
Officer,
everyone
I
fails
swear.
sometimes. Oh, shit.
Officer, I swear, she showed me her ID. She was 18.
Ooh, pedophilia.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the base frames. Dino, do you want us to tell you when this round is done?
I'm already in there with you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
spectating
you
you
both
right
in there. I only saw the Caesar was in.
We're just spectating you guys right now.
Shiva, online!
What a stupid loader.
Hey. He has a good education.
I don't know, man. I was shooting him in the back of the head, like, half of his health.
He lost half of his brain function after the Great War of 53.
God fucking damn it, dude.
Oh, that's you.
Stop being stupid and dying.
Can we break that shield? Because I've nearly got my own.
Hey, Magma, you dropped the bomb on me, baby. You dropped the bomb on me.
Wow, I am so terrible at defense.
You're fine. Nobody's perfect.
Unless you're Donald Trump, and then he believes he's perfect.
I hate that puto.
He's no different than any other politician in America today.
Oh, I think he's a very good friend.
I think he might be a little bit more wealthy than most, though.
No,
A little more wealthy.
he hasn't got that much money. Like, you look at how much debt he has.
He's got about $500 million to his name. Or he did before he signed off most of his companies.
Yeah.
Well, he had to.
He didn't have to, he did it on his own.
No, you have to if you want to be president.
You don't have to be CEO, like, you can't be CEO, just stuff like that. but
Yeah, you can still own you can still own companies. You just can't be the CEO of a separate company because it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's like a lot of presidents actually found companies whilst they're in presidential.
Yep, and then they become the CEO after their term. So basically, there's a loophole for everything.
Casually walks back to spawn to heal.
Protect yourself.
No, the poor Mercy.
I know, I really didn't want to kill her.
And she was like, "No, mister, please, stop."
Yeah, she turned around and looked at me like, do you really want to hurt me?
Do you really
She's like, "Are you
wanna
really going through
hurt
with this?"
me? Do you really wanna see me cry?
Okay.
Baby, I know you tried, but you still forgot to order me the extra
Yes,
large
they're all
fries.
squishies, guys. Let them come on to point. They're all squishy.
Slob it, go.
Again, no
God
kills.
damn.
I'm so terrible.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. One strip of stick and your brain starts clicking.
Like if you cry every time.
He still doesn't know where I am? Are you serious? After all that?
Hey, he's not very educated. Leave him alone. His education isn't very good.
No, I have my ultimate ready for the longest time.
Jasmine, you wanna hear a joke? My life. Ahaha. Aha.
That's pretty obvious.
Okay. Ryan always makes those kind of jokes, and I feel bad. Like, the way he makes them sound sometimes, he makes them sound so sad. I'm like,
They're very
oh,
self-deprecating.
I'm like, buddy. Yeah, I'm like, buddy.
You want to hear a joke? I got a 3-inch dick. I'm like, whoa, we did not want to know about that.
All I heard was gel and dick.
Gel and dick?
You could sign
That's
me
a
up.
great combination there.
You could sign me up.
20 elimination.
Get you 20,000 bottles of Dapper Dan so you can swim in that shit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We don't carry that crap. Hey, it's not crap. Dapper Dan's the best you can find.
Who the hell was in danger? Was that it?
Lol. I don't even deserve your vote, guys. Please. Why are you voting?
How dare you?
Oh, Jesus!
Someone's butthole just puckered a bit.
It's because my whole team voted for me. I didn't even deserve it.
I deserve this! I deserve this!
Wait, stop finding a game. Stop finding a game. I need to
we need
open my
to-
loot box.
We need to link up our icons. Do we all have traders?
I got nothing anyway.
Do we have this one?
I got Piggy Piggy.
How about we all choose a different original uprising? Yeah.
But I want Piggy Piggy.
Squad member down.
Ring
What
ding
Piggy
dong,
Piggy?
ring a ding 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 dong.
Well, if we all have
Target eliminated.
Protect yourself!
Here, I'm freaking Genji.
the one that you had on Geordie was that Origin soldier.
Which one?
The soldier one that you had on Strike
This one?
Commander. Yeah. That's him in, like, Horizon. It's an Origin suit. Yeah, that's his, stopwatch.
All targets
What are you going, Jasmine?
What do you mean?
The
Are you gonna change your player icon?
teammate injured.
Sure, this guy just did a fucking head. That's awesome.
If you want Mercy, I can change.
I still think Mercy's one of my favorite characters. Even with the new character that they just recently included.
What Arisa?
Is that her name?
Yeah, the centaur.
Robot Pet?
Yeah. I think she's kind of fun too, but she's way too strong in every way.
Squad member down.
Yeah, she really is. Besides,
She's all benefits and very little negative.
yeah, the only negative she has is speed, which you can easily, like, that's not really an issue.
Yeah, it's a non-issue when you can freaking invulnerability for like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
And then the travel time.
Icarus, Christina, oh yeah, is that the game?
I think that invulnerability should be only like 2 or 3 seconds at most.
Yeah, it's, I think it should have a delay, is the issue.
So she's got a shield, she's got an invincibility, she's got a freaking
The hardest
area of
thing-
effect pull to everybody.
the hardest hitting weapon in the game.
That too. She's got basically Bastion's submachine gun on his arm,
Except
but
it
with
can do critical.
almost double the amount of damage that that machine gun does.
Yeah, because you can just spray it there. It's just like,
Someone's messing with their microphone quite a bit.
Ammo's low. I've got no shield.
yeah, so low movement speed doesn't matter when the game centers around holding the pull.
Yeah, you can literally just walk your way to where you need to be.
Yeah.
What the hell is that noise like?
Shield down.
Yeah,
Because it pauses.
it's only fade.
Ammo's low.
Flatline.
Huh?
Brock Sampson.
I fell asleep.
Uh-oh, we got two Gengis here. This is a no-no.
Did you call him Gangies?
Switch his thing.
I don't think he's in it.
I was Genji first. Get the hell out of here.
Teammate injured.
I've got no shield.
Who is it? That
Dude, get over here. What are you doing, you dipstick?
Does everybody have Genji?
I think I do.
Mission complete.
No, only I can be Genji.
Oh
Not
shit!
gonna be the
A
Power Ranger.
phone! No, don't you fall on me.
He left. Problem solved.
Yeah. I'm the lone Power Ranger.
Oh, it was my friend. Sellers.
Who's her friend? Her friend. Like the in-betweeners?
What do you mean? What does
Yeah.
that mean?
Friend.
I'm tired.
If you guys haven't seen the in-betweeners, I recommend you watch the BBC version.
The
Wait,
what?
there's another version?
Yeah, there's an American version as well.
Really?
Yep.
Everybody chose Genji.
Loser.
There's a BBC version of Shameless as well, and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Blah.
Hey guys, everyone choose the best character on the game. Mr. Hwambi.
I love him.
I don't like him.
You don't like
He
Harambe?
sucks.
But Harambe
Well,
is babe.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he
I
is.
play Winston in by the way.
I feed him peanut butter.
I really feel like Winston is the weakest tank out of all of them.
He
I got
really
Black
isn't.
Watch. So cool, he has a laser and everything.
Huh.
Yeah, because he looks like.
Leave me alone!
Yeah.
Stop bullying me! I hide in the shadows.
Who's Commander Salty?
Oh yeah!
Hey Jasmine, you don't play comp?
I hate comp. No, I'm kidding.
Uh, it's actually best calculated to have just 2 people. Ooh. Unless you have really good players, then it's best to have a full team. I'm just playing around and waiting. I only shot my first bullets just then.
The first 2 rounds we did freaking incredible. Well, I did. I played as Genji. I actually did hella good.
But then because they were your ranking rounds, you probably got paired with Oh, damn it. I didn't realize that.
Get the hell out of my zone, boy.
I'm not doing too well.
Health.
Damn, I got headshotted.
I'm gonna take care of this sniper for you guys.
Okay, I haven't died
What
once.
was
I
that?
don't want to die. Just give me. Yeah.
I'm gonna get her.
I haven't died yet.
Beware the sniper.
You got her?
Both of them.
The
Yeah, I got both.
sniper. Don't feel bad, a lot of us are pretty squishy when it comes to that.
No, you freaking booty licker.
Damn, he went from 0 to ass licking in like half a second.
Booty. Oh.
And then they give me this.
Okay, the Orisa's all by herself. Let's
Then
gank up.
they give me the short
Ganking time.
squish. Well,
This one's simple.
Nice work, Commander.
hardy har, who wants their freaking armor? Holy shit. I hate my job. Hardy har, get your damn armor. It's out to my zone, bitch. Hardy har. Hardy, get your armor. Get out of here, hole. Hardy har.
I'm having, yeah, thanks.
I actually kind of feel bad for people who play Reaper. He stays in the combat zone a little too long. He's fun to play, I'm not saying that he's bad, I'm just saying I kind of feel bad for the character, because he basically, his entire thing is to try and commit suicide and do as much damage as he can beforehand.
No, that's not. He's a gorilla, so you're supposed to, like, go back.
Hit and run?
Yeah. He's a gorilla, that didn't really come out right.
What, just because he has one skin that actually shows that he's black doesn't necessarily mean that you're being racist.
Boy, I wasn't going there.
Jeez. Molten core, motherfuckers!
What? He said that it came out wrong, and it was like, well, that's the only thing that I can think of that you'd say that.
Did you guys see what I did to that widow? Oh, what? She's alive? Yeah, it was pretty funny. She must have grappled out of it. I dropped my ult, like, behind her, and then, like, teleported away.
There's two things that could have been playing the game. I think it's Torbjorn. Oh, no? Okay, yeah.
Buzz Lightyear.
For us.
Deep deep beep beep.
This is the key. You just hold down the shoot button.
Stop in the lane.
Only 2 people.
I didn't even vote for myself.
That sucks.
The whole other team left.
Yeah, but no, it was pretty funny. I snuck up behind the Widowmaker and then just placed my ult. Like, not even on her, I just, like, sat at her. I was just like, yeah, you can have this.
Good gravy.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, did you just get who you did?
Hardy har, I'm back.
Whoa! Jasmine, you managed to jump over that. That was epic. And both strikes. One sec. I wanna
Okay,
build a
no.
snowman. Oh,
Not
no!
interested in that.
No! build a snowman on top of her sleeping body?
General Cracker.
What's up?
I don't know. I just saw General Cracker and I had to say it.
It's a pretty awesome name. If I can
Now
say so myself.
introducing the one and only General Cracker.
I love how Jasmine is the tower. She is Big Ben.
Yes.
Just comes to life. What is that?
Scratch one target.
You can have the mercy if you want. But I think it's really cool that like in the middle. It's,
Are you assuming my gender?
No, we're assuming your idiocy. Haha!
Damn.
You don't assume my gender. There are over 365 genders.
Well, I'm assuming one.
You can be a gender a day and they still won't go away.
you know the spotted white cat, which is what the toads from Mario are based on.
Really?
They have 36 different genders.
Yeah, but they actually have different effective ways of reproduction.
Yeah, but
So does one have like a penis vagina? The other one just
no,
has a
no.
vagina?
How they distinguish between each other because their genitalia is completely internalized in the cell. To help distinguish each other so that they can tell what gender each other is, their spots have different chemicals in them. And so it just happens that those different chemicals are all different colours. So every gender has its own colour, and that's why in Mario there's like 36 colours of toads. Toast.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm hiding behind you.
I'm a gender of everything. It's a spectrum. Yeah, there's a spectrum of genders for different species, but we don't have that.
Actually, yeah, we do.
We have
Bill Nye the
imagined
Science Slave.
ones, sure, but we don't actually
No,
have...
no, it's not imagined. It's completely gender identification is completely. It's not based off your genitalia.
Gender identity is something entirely different than gender. Gender
No,
is
it
what
isn't.
exactly your genitalia are.
That's more sex.
Got in my zone, bitch. I'm sorry.
Right?
Because gender also has to do with the chemicals. The reason why other animals have multiple genders is not just because of their genitalia, it's also because of their hormonal
The chemical makeup they have.
system surrounding their gender-based glands. For example, humans, in fact, you can label at minimum. You can't say that there are two genders. At minimum, you'd have to say that there are 5.
And what are the other 3?
For people with hormones that don't go with their genitalia, and for people who have complete neutralized hormones that don't actually go to any gender.
Yeah,
Exactly, that's the neutral.
they're both
hormones.
sexes, but yes.
Yeah, but they don't have both genitals. Hermaphrodites are completely based on
They're hormonal imbalances.
yeah. Yet it's still classified as a gender.
Then, well, I guess it's just me, but I still don't think that hormonal imbalances should be counted as a gender. They should be counted as a basically a developmental issue.
Me too.
And I'm not trying to talk poorly of people with those. I'm just saying that it is a genetic disorder within their body that's causing their body to...
It's not a disorder because it's natural. It's not a mutation of any sort.
But it is a mutation considering the fact that
No, it
it's
isn't.
out of the norm for normal human beings to have such things.
Actually, it isn't. This has been happening for like since we were
We
Homo
lads.
erectus.
Yes, but when you have a population of creatures that have primarily male and female genitalia, and roughly, let's say, 5% of that population actually has both genders, which I don't think it's that high. I think it's far smaller than that.
Actually, it's so high. So many people with other, like, non-corresponding hormones is really so high. It's actually the leading cause for homosexuality. And so if you take in homosexuals and how many there are, and think of the majority of them have non-corresponding hormones, then there is no equal gender. Like, there is no primary two genders.
Yeah, but there is no...
How
Technically, you can't be asexual, you can't be non-binary, you can't be all of these other gender
asexual
identities.
is a sexual preference, and
No, asexual is not a sexual preference. It's asexual is the ability to reproduce by yourself.
no, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No,
That's the scientific definition of
Trust me,
asexuality.
I study this. No, the scientific term of asexual means non-sexual. It means you don't have sex.
Right, and it's also a definition of the way that it creates life in and of itself.
Not
Yes, that's a
necessarily.
pretty serious
It's got
Overwatch
nothing to do
conversation.
with reproduction. It's got to do with like having sex.
I just,
Asexual reproduction,
all I remember was
for
like
example.
one thing being said about a penis vagina.
Yeah, it's
And
called
then it's-
asexual reproduction, but it's not called asexual.
Non-gender reproduction. That's what you're trying to say that it is?
No, because there's some asexual creatures which are completely gender-based, like octopuses, for example. They're asexual, but they have genders.
They're octopuses.
Yeah, they
They're
don't even have
octopuses.
genitalia. They're octopi.
No, he was making a pun.
Yeah, I know.
But again, if it would make more sense if you're saying that, you know, asexual reproduction is a type of reproduction that requires no technical gender in order to complete.
No, it requires no...
Or it has to have both.
Reproduction is reproduction without sex. It's got nothing
Well
to
then,
do with gender.
what would you call that then? Because they wouldn't necessarily be asexual, they would technically be both genders mixed into one that happens to be able to reproduce with
No,
itself.
it's got nothing to do with genders. I just gave an example of an asexual creature, which
No.
is male and female.
Right, I get where you're saying with that. What I'm explaining is why would scientists classify asexual reproduction in the way that they do when it's creatures that do that must have both sets of male and female genetic markers in order for it to reproduce with itself.
They don't.
Asexual reproduction, they have male-female parts, and they use it to basically reproduce.
But what about an amoeba? That's asexual.
No, an amoeba reproduces through osmosis. It's a near identical cloning of itself.
Osmosis is an asexual reproduction.
I mean, it can be argued, yes, that it is, but
It is. It's classified asexual reproduction.
but it's more of a cloning than it is actual reproducing.
It's creating another form of itself.
It's duplicating itself.
which is a production, which it is reproducing itself.
I suppose, yeah. I just feel like it's, you know, they're two separate types of things that they're doing in order to bring about the same result.
Yeah,
One's more of a cloning mechanism, whereas the other one is actually breeding an entirely new creature.
Jasmine.
Yeah, well, the asexual reproduction is actually hardly used in biology, simply because it's such a broad term, which is what the problem you're bringing up with right now. But going back to the original topic, asexual, you can identify as asexual. It simply means that you don't have sex. It means
Right, but the
non-sexual.
vast majority of people who classify themselves as asexual also do have sex.
That's incorrect.
Right,
Vast
and that's what I'm
majority of-
saying. There's a lot of people in the States who use that just as a way of making themselves seem more unique than they really are.
I haven't met a single asexual person, online, offline, that does have sex.
I've met people who just don't have no sex drive. But I've met people with those who do have sex. So, even though they classify themselves as asexual due to having no sex drive, they do it for one reason or another. Whether because of an emotional connection or whatnot.
Yeah,
So I feel like they're intentionally convoluting the problem by making it more confusing for other people, when they could just simply say, I don't have sex.
They're not making it more complicated for other people. They're trying to make it less complicated for themselves.
Right, and in so doing, making far more things way more complicated than it really has to be.
But how? How is a singular label making it complicated and harder for other people?
The spectrum of gender, having 76 different possible genders that you could possibly pick from, 76 of them. How is that making it less complicated? That sounds like it's making it far more.
That's sexual. What is it called?
Sexual attraction.
No. Sexuality. That's what I'm saying. People think. People on Tumblr and stuff like that think sexuality and gender are the same thing. They're greatly mistaken with that. That's why that chart, quote-unquote chart, it's unofficial and so much of it doesn't make sense.
And it was most likely made by people who are just trying to make it seem more interesting or whatnot. You cannot guarantee what's online is fact. And the fact that most of the people nowadays, at least in the States, with...
Oh, we're doing random, aren't we?
But that's not true, because if you'll find the people who actually identify their genders as other than male or female,
Well,
they don't look at that chart. The use of that chart is like, I have never seen it used.
For example, this kid named Milo.
Then they go ham.
Yeah, well then they stop becoming asexual. And it's natural for us to change our sexuality. There's no set label of what we are.
People
we
could
are
go from like one preference to another.
Yeah.
And that's just how people are. They could go
like,
from, hey, I'm straight.
You are
to,
right. A lot of
you know,
asexuals end up becoming demisexuals. Is what you were saying, Christina.
The hell is that?
Like people go from a lot of different stuff that, like, one minute they could be like, oh, you know, I'm really into girls. or something, and then the next minute a guy could be like, you know, actually I like this one dude. Be like,
Yeah, it could be like, I like this one dude, but I'm not into guys as well.
yeah. People could go from like liking one type of person to like just completely not liking those people.
But what I don't understand is why you have a problem with it. Why is it an issue that people identify with these guys?
It feels like what they're doing is not actually trying to further the intellectual community. It feels more like they're just trying to find a place for themselves. And honestly, there should not. Well, this is just an ideological thing that I'm about to say, but I personally believe that you should not have to force yourself to find a place for yourself in the grand scheme of things when you can just simply be yourself.
Well, that's what they are doing. They're being themselves. But when somebody tries to put a definition of who they are, and they don't fit into these definitions that people are casting upon them.
Another thing that I can explain for you once you're done is about the whole legal thing starting to come into place about it.
That Reinhardt's asleep.
Reinhardt's dead.
Oh no.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, well, that's more demisexuality.
Yeah.
They find
that's like
the person could like look like an ogre. But
no, I know we've moved on from this.
If they are sexually attracted to the mind, then they're not asexual.
Like, it doesn't really matter what anything else looks like.
Yeah.
As long as they find like your brain or the way that you are. Like,
yeah, which is demisexuality.
For me, what was I gonna say? Shit. Right, so there was a point that I was gonna make about I don't mind people finding their own little microcosm of the universe. That's perfectly natural. It's a perfectly human thing to try and find where you fit in. And to find something that you can identify with. However, when you're going to politicians and contacting individuals specifically and causing governments to make decisions on whether or not to put people in jail or classifying not using the gender title that they prefer,
did that really just fucking
to be put in jail or to be considered a hate crime?
That's a complete misleading propaganda.
Right. It's a misuse and a mishandling of the situation.
No, what you're saying is what the propaganda against these people are making out what they're trying to do to be.
That might be true, because I've only heard this from other individuals. However, as far as I can gather so far without doing severe in-depth research, it seems to be that that is exactly what it is. If you refuse to refer to, or if someone informs you of what they prefer to be classified as, whether they want to be male, female, or other, and you refuse to do so, you could be either put in jail or fined due to it being classified as a hate crime. Or sued, sorry.
Yes, but do you understand?
What should be classified as a hate crime is you using negative connotations towards the individual themselves due to their preference. Not because of their preference.
I hate you because you're this and this.
We gotta get that. We gotta get that thing under control.
Which is exactly, yeah.
No, Jasmine, run! Sorry.
But if you don't understand how deliberately not
I made the ferret kill herself.
What somebody identifies as slander, then you're not going to understand the.
No, I can. I completely understand that aspect of it and how
Well, that's what they're pushing for.
this particular thing is a very tender situation because on either side it can be abused. Either side can be abused.
Yeah, like any law, though. Any law can be abused.
Right, but in this particular case, it can be severely abused on one side or the other. Let's say...
It really can't. How they're implementing it, you've got to actually look at what they're suggesting.
No, if you have a hate crime put on your as a criminal record, that is something that cannot be removed. It's permanently there.
Yeah, but you have to be actually registered as what they identify as. It's not something in which you can just say to someone and then it's equivalent of them getting...
Perhaps not yet because it's not been made into law, but let's take a look at sex crimes, for example.
That turret down.
Actually, it's... You can't even do what I just said. You can't even do that. You cannot take somebody... Like,
they're behind us.
It's not a crime to call someone a girl when they're a boy.
Right, however, that law proposes that it could become that. And that's what's scaring me. Not the fact that they want to be considered, you know, a female when they have male genitalia or a male body, but the fact that people looking to manipulate and abuse the system will use it against people.
They're kind of kicking our ass.
If that's what you're worried about in modern day society, then...
Yeah.
I mean, you can...
It's more a concern of implementation than it is of what it actually, you know, entails.
Yeah, but I'm trying to explain to you how they're implementing it, and you're refusing to acknowledge that that's how they're implementing it.
Oh my god.
Well, from what I've gathered with what you were saying, it was more along the lines of they're implementing this because yeah, you have to be registered as that, but the problem is, for example, there are people in the United States who have had people, vindictive individuals, use the rape to destroy their lives. And when, I'm not saying that it'll get to that severity where people will feel that passionately about it, but should it get to that point, someone who was vindictive because someone said no to date them, going and saying, oh yeah, he refused to call me by X gender because he refused to date me, blah blah blah, and then ruin someone's life, that's the part that concerns me. Not in the fact that this legal thing, it's more along the how it will end up in the future.
You realize that's like saying, oh, they refuse to date me because I'm black.
Right, and I've also met women who have...
You realize that's not a hate crime.
I have met...
That is
well,
not classified as a...
No. However, a girl going and... A mentally unstable individual, or a woman, could be a man too, goes and says, hey, I like you, will you date me? And they say no. And they go, oh, he just said no? No way, no, this is not happening, this ain't gonna happen, this is not gonna fly with me. And goes, calls the police and says that she had just been raped by said individual, or he, and then they go to trial, they believe her story, because unfortunately the way things work, and then
actually,
he ends up with a...
Have you ever experienced rape cases? Okay, you're pushing it here. Have you ever experienced rape cases? I have been there for 5 people who have been raped.
I'm not saying that there are people who have been raped, and I'm not saying that there are people who...
How many of them succeeded in persecuting the rapist?
Considering the fact that whether or not they were successful or not, especially if it was a high priority case or something that was in the public eye, how much it damaged that individual's livelihood after that fact, it's a black spot on a person's life as soon as someone even so much as alleges that they have raped somebody.
Nobody gives a fuck if you were raped.
For example, Casey Anthony. Now, this is not rape, mind you. This isn't rape. This is something entirely different. This is a woman who killed her child. This woman was set free and was shown that she was not, in fact, guilty of killing her child. Whether she is or isn't is up for debate. But she was found not guilty by a judge and a jury, sorry. This girl now is unable to find even the most simplistic of jobs and is forced to do very nasty shit, such as porn, in order to make money. Because that's the only place that they will take her. And this happens not only with murder, this also happens with rape, this also happens with assaults, this also happens with spousal abuse. This is something that happens. I'm not saying it every time. I'm saying it's something that, because of the way society views these things, that it ends up abusable.
I really don't think you understand how little people give a fuck about rape victims.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying people really don't give a fuck about rape victims. You cannot go around accusing people of rape unless you have some organized, like, thing going on. And when that happens, it's blown up in proportion, like, in media. So that's like, we see it as if it's something that happens often. It is something that rarely happens.
No, I do agree with you. The amount of rape cases that actually go to trial are very small. However, there are a large number of cases that either is not enough evidence to convict, there's not enough there's not physical evidence, aka DNA evidence, to prove that they had been sexually assaulted by said person, or whatever other stuff like that. And it is a very horrible thing. But what I'm saying is there are people out there who abuse that system.
Yeah. More people abuse it to go and rape people.
No, and I'm talking about on the other side of that.
Yeah, but if there was like a percentage of either way, it would be below 1% of people abusing it for that reason.
God damn it.
Simply because of how many people get away with it.
Well, when I hear stuff, for example, like a man committing suicide after murdering his wife, who had used the police force to basically keep him trapped in a cage for 20 years, by constantly claiming that she was being abused by him repeatedly, and him going to jail for upwards of a week to a month per time. Yeah, and using them as her method of... No, again, this happened for 20 years, man. And it's not just this case, there are many cases like this.
You're using very particular cases. What you are bringing up are very, very particular.
Right, however, this is one of, at the very least, over 1,000 cases a year that happen.
Yeah, and the majority of them are caused by, like, the majority of false accusations have somebody with so much money behind it. For example, the majority of misaccusations with crime happen around corporate accusations.
Right. Well, I'm not saying that these things don't occur and they can be falsified. However, when you have this many men coming forward informing the population that they too are victims in these cases, that the vast majority of people just ignore completely, it's just...
That's not really true.
It is very accurate. I've actually been a part of a situation where a guy was actually physically assaulted by a woman and the cops laughed at him.
Yeah,
they laughed in his face and said, "You can't handle a fucking girl? What's wrong with you?"
That hasn't got to do with... You're looking at very
Dude,
particular
she
cases.
tried to stab him,
Yeah,
and they
you're looking
laughed at him.
Really particular cases.
Even if it's particular cases, it's enough to open the eyes of those who should be looking at this. At least in my eyes. And while, yes, they might not be that many, they should be given the same credence as everything else, regardless of male or female.
I know. But you're saying we should halt something which will push forward our society with laws and philosophy and, like, help all these different mental illness just because of a few cases of abuse of the law, is what you're saying.
Not necessarily. What I'm saying is that we should make sure that these laws also protect the other individuals in the case until evidence proves the information, and that includes media blackouts. That way, they aren't fucking destroyed financially when it comes out that they weren't.
You realize that
involved with such things.
You're not legally allowed to do media blackouts over just regular cases.
A judge can, in fact, enforce a media blackout based on certain cases if they feel and determine that it will be a detriment to one side or the other should the information come out. It is
go through a whole process.
It is a process, but there is a legal statute allowing for judges to do so.
Yeah, but it can be rejected. The problems you're bringing up are now not the problems with what was originally.
Right, we're talking about two totally separate things, and we've kind of gone on a major tangent. However, I feel like this is something that also needs to be brought up.
You're now saying, like, about media blackouts and stuff, and then there's this whole media issue. Yeah, that's a massive issue of media.
Sensationalizing things and demonizing individuals when there's no evidence to prove either side.
But that's a whole different issue. That's not
It's a sociological issue versus a legal issue.
Yeah, but that's not the issue at hand.
And you know, I personally believe that women who will get raped deserve a fair shake on these things, you know, and there's a lot of people who say, you know, believe the rape victims. It's like, okay, I understand. I will... What's the right word for it? I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until until it is proven that what they have said
I'm gonna try and build a turret
is
on this
not
thing.
true.
It's false. Yeah.
There you go.
Because that's how it should work.
Jet.
My bad.
I will not demonize the person who did it until I am given information to show that he has done it, but I will also give them the benefit of a doubt and presume that the actual act did occur.
Yeah. Which is how it should be, but...
Yeah, in a perfect world, that's how it should work, but in reality, it doesn't work that way whatsoever.
Wait, can I ask one question?
No.
What's up?
How the hell did this conversation start?
I think we were talking about something.
Yeah, like
You're talking about how...
Oh, right, the gender identity thing.
Against... like, how the hate speech and hate crime connected with gender identification,
right,
is going to be abused on a level in which we should completely reconsider.
Well, I'm not saying reconsider it. What I'm saying is consider it carefully and word it correctly so that way abuse has a less likely chance of occurring.
Which it has been, but there's always going to be those people.
Oh, absolutely, but if you can make it as difficult for those people to actually ruin the lives of others, the downside is, you know, the worst of us ruin it for the best of us. in all cases and across all circumstances.
But
So,
then you used rape as an example of how people's lives
can be ruined.
But what I was saying is that that is a really low percentage.
Which I can
Really
understand
low
that. It may be a low percentage, but the part that it hurts me to know that there is a percentage.
But there will always be a percentage. There's nothing you can do about it. Besides try and make it as low as possible, which is what they
Win.
And you know,
they've
that's
done,
the downside
but
of it
to
too,
excessive
because with rape
extent.
cases particularly, they try to be as stringent and as it has to be truthful. You know, they have to make sure that it is legitimate before it gets anywhere. And the problem is that many times rape can happen
Exactly.
at one point, and long past that point, the women come forward. Or the man comes forward, or doesn't come forward, and leaves it internalized for the rest of his life, where it ends up impacting him in a different way than others.
But
Yep.
how can that be a major issue if okay,
How can what part be a major
that's
issue?
a major issue, right? So then why are we so scared of it? Of rape? Of pointing the finger?
For me, I'm not scared of convicting an individual of rape, I'm scared of convicting the wrong individual of rape. Because
What do you mean
Yeah,
by
but
that?
why would
Because-
you be scared of that if the majority
Because-
of the time you don't even get you don't even get, they're so strict on it that you don't even get somebody to blame in court. You don't even, like, in crime. And when they do, wouldn't that mean that they've gotten a lot of evidence the majority of the time?
ideally, yes. However, there are times where people are brought to trial simply on hearsay and corroborating evidence based on other people's statements.
That is never the reason why.
No,
always
but I'm
been
saying that does help, and it generally is. I've seen a few rape cases where that was the entirety of their case.
It's actually...
It's
okay,
very rare that
comes
that's
down to
only
the
what they
judge.
have, but you
That
know.
comes down to the judge. And that's an issue with the judge, not with the way the cases are held.
However, each case in law sets a precedent. So if one case ends up succeeding with that little evidence, then they can cite that in a hopeful means of
Actually,
persuading
you're not
another
allowed to,
judge that this is actually something.
in court, there's two things. In court, you're not allowed to have nothing but soft evidence. And having majority of soft evidence is highly probable. You will not win a case with majority of soft evidence. Second thing is, you're not allowed to cite other cases outside of the linking of evidence whilst in a court case.
But you can cite other cases that a judge made a specific decision based off
Not whilst
of
you're in the court case.
a specific circumstance.
You're not allowed to do that whilst you're in the court case.
I believe you can either do that in the court case or you can do that at a hearing. I can't remember when. but there is a specific time and place for you to cite these particular things. At least in the States there is.
Squad member down.
Dude, fuck off.
And I will admit that I don't know everything about law. So, me going off of these comments and statements, you know, like you said, out of a certain number of cases of, you know, alleged rape, only so many go to trial, and out of that so many, only so many actually succeed one way or the other. And
Oh my god, I just killed
I guess
But yeah.
what you're saying, I can understand where you're coming from when it comes to, you know, they do whatever they can to try and make sure that things cannot be abused.
And even to the extent where it goes past necessary.
Right. However, there are cases in which they do manage to make it to that point, and it's that part that I'm most afraid of, is the fact that someone managed to come up with a case so convincing that they were able to go to trial with it.
But that's not a problem with the laws as stated. To an extent it is. But to a low extent it is.
Right. And, you know,
I need heals if Mercy's around.
my thoughts on stuff like this generally land me in a position where
Thank
people
you.
feel like I'm either a rape apologist or, you know, I'm highly ignorant. But it's like, no, I'm not saying that rape is good, or I'm not saying that men should be given the benefit of the doubt that they were innocent. But there's a reason why there is such a thing in the United States as
Women
innocent
have raped men
until proven guilty. And yet, unfortunately, with a lot of public opinion and a lot of psychological information, as soon as it's up on the TV,
That's the
man
biggest
accused of rape. They see his face, they see his name, and that's what the employers see. Whether or not he is found guilty or innocent, the employers will always remember he was a headline for rape, and he's a liability.
Yeah.
So that's the part that's scary, is, you know, even if there are times where these rape cases even just are found out by the news without them even going to court, and that happens.
Yeah.
And that's the part that upsets me as well, because they should not be putting out information that has no solid
behind us.
evidence to prove that it was in fact true. Because
That's
all they're
like,
doing is fucking making numbers for themselves and ruining a life, if it was in fact false. Hi, Kid Flash.
What was that chick? Amanda Knox. What about that? That's like exactly what you're talking about. Have you
I don't
read
believe
up
I'm
on that court
familiar.
case?
Let
Oh,
me see here.
this girl had to go through a 3-year court case, and she was imprisoned whilst that was going on. And, for the murder of a roommate.
Oh, right, they made a movie about that not too long ago.
Yep. And the outcome of it is crazy. It's really insane. I think you'd really enjoy it.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Yeah, I was surprised at how good it was. Because, like, it's like...
No, kid, this is,
It's a movie length.
Does mine say Overwatch?
It's a movie quality...
Oh, shit.
Sort of like documentary thing.
It does say it.
But yeah, like, it's really stupid how they.
This one's simple. Clear the area and lock it down.
Because you know what the outcome eventually was, right? But yeah, the probably the scariest thing of the whole Amanda Knox
God
case
damn it!
is
Yeah, thanks, kid. I did not realize that. I appreciate you for informing me of that. I ended up having my stream named Overwatch Gameplay while I'm playing Mass Effect. You guys like, wait, is this Overwatch? Because it doesn't look like Overwatch.
I'm scared.
So the thing with Amanda Knox, the scariest thing of that documentary is the mob outside of the court.
Oh yeah.
Like the bandwagon of hate that they're on.
Oh,
And, like,
how
because she's a
bloodthirsty the crowd can get as soon as they're riled up. It's fucking scary.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Which is one of the reasons why I say that trials should not be shown on the news.
Yeah.
Even if they were found guilty, putting them in the news only serves to not only sensationalize them, but it basically makes them into short-term gods until the next person comes in. Because everyone's going to have his name on their lips at some point. His or her name.
And also it sways the
It has the potential to sway the jury, because the people in the jury... You can only... Unless you sequester them inside the courtroom or within a hotel near the courtroom, they're going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Kid Flash. I appreciate it.
Did you guys like that little flick around shot? I thought the last one was I know, I was like, hey, I'm like, yo, like that better.
Sorry if I sound aggressive. I get passionate.
No, I get passionate too, but I try... I mean, with you and I know that generally we won't come to blows verbally.
Or it was my last triple.
I mean, we'll get heated and we'll get passionate about what we say, but...
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah, I'd like to be able to play back.
I'm relatively even-keeled and I'll listen to each side of the position. If I do end up getting heated and I notice myself doing so, I'll step back and just take a breath.
Yeah, no, but I do enjoy these conversations, and like, because, you know, it's common philosophy, and Buddhist philosophy, that like...
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
The best societies argue and compare each other's thoughts more often than not. A society that does not challenge your own worldview only causes you to stagnate. So... And that's something that I see with what's going on right now, especially with the left and the right. Both sides have their own opinions, and they both have good ideas. But the problem is the implementation and the ideological backgrounds of those giving those ideas are people you don't want giving any other ideas than the ones that actually work.
Yeah, like, I was having a discussion with my friend, and they were like, so who do you think was in the right in, like, that recent, like, the double protest,
oh, the one where the girl ended up getting punched in the face?
Yeah. They were like, who's in the wrong, who's in the right? And I was like, neither of them.
Yeah.
It's like, they're both extremist groups.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that
It's like-
I found out when they said that, you know, there were teachers intermingled with the students, or with students in these protests, I'm sitting here going, these teachers are weaponizing their children that they're supposed to be protecting and giving them an even-keeled, you know, education. And instead they're using them as political tools. That's wrong.
Like, I'm not against, what is it called? The term for it, it's like something protest, which is, like,
Antifa?
it does include vandalism. No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not Antifa. Like, the protests which include vandalism,
Militant.
relevant, and not necessarily violence-based, it's more just like running a like,
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily against it.
Civil
What I am
disobedience is a good word for it.
Yeah, that's actually really good. What I am against is
Endangering the lives of others to make your point, yeah.
against violence. Promoting violence, but like on such a large scale. Especially when there is upwards to
Yeah. It just... The issue that I see is that a lot of these kids who are in these groups have been fed information that is absolute bullshit. And it's not only on the left side, it's on the right as well. You know, there are people on the right who, you know, they make, for example, this one particular thing. It wasn't... The media says that it's all white supremacists and assholes and people who are evil at this particular protest. And Antifa comes in and starts to try and, you know, destroy it. The problem lies in the fact that the people who were there specifically stated, we do not condone the fascist right-wingers who are here. And they even point them out. You know, and these are the people who are leading this protest, saying it. So, the media is putting a spin on it to sensationalize it, but then they're also damaging the reputation of those who are involved. Just so that way they can have numbers on their TV channels.
like I'm actually not against you know Trump protests, not protests against him, for him and stuff like that, and all that, because I believe in freedom of speech.
Now, I will say that many of them were Trump supporters that were there. So... But that doesn't mean anything. Like, you shouldn't be hurting or injuring or throwing freaking quarter sticks of dynamite at people just because they happen to have voted one way or support somebody.
Exactly.
And you know, it's unfortunate. Because a lot of these kids, they're intelligent individuals, they're smart, they have a bright future, but their teachers are and their colleagues and their friends are giving them complete and utter horse shit for information. And they're making broad-stroked assumptions about those who they're fighting against. And anyway, moving back to your question, who I thought was in the right and who was in the wrong of that situation. He was in the wrong for punching her in the face. She was in the wrong for being part of a militant militia, forcibly and physically attempting to basically demolish a peaceful protest.
Yes.
She knew what was going on long before that fist landed on her face. She decided to stick around.
Yeah. Yes, that is really true.
I said my bad. I took your hands out that I got off of him.
And a lot of speculation is saying that she was already there. Those two people had squabbled or dealt with each other prior, you know.
I think regardless.
That's all good.
Your point.
I'll get my McCree skills
Yeah.
out.
It's like, look, this is where I was talking about the rape apologist thing. I've had people, because I made that statement, say, oh, I bet you condone rape too. And I'm just going, okay, how does one, entail the other?
Yeah, it really does.
And it's all, well, oh, I bet because she wore a certain thing, she had to have been, asking for it. Like, no. No. My counter-argument to that was, no, there's a difference. You can never guarantee safety of being raped. There is no guarantee of safety. You walking outside your door or even sleeping in your own bed does not guarantee that you might not get raped. Because all it takes is a guy with enough willpower and enough strength and know-how to get through a door.
And most of the time it's situational.
Yeah, so when we know this, there's not much you can do. However, with violence, it's an entirely different situation. You know the aggressor is there. You know that if you are close to someone being physically violent, there is a extremely high likelihood, and I'm talking about 80 to 90% of you being caught in the middle of a violent act. Why willingly increase your chances of being put into a violent situation by getting close to the violence?
Especially if that's the whole purpose of that situation. The whole purpose of that situation is violence.
Yeah, and the thing that pissed me the most off was the fact people were focusing on the fact, oh, you hit a girl, you're a racist Nazi asshole. Which, that came out that he was, in fact, a racist Nazi asshole. However, that being this case, regardless of him being a racist Nazi asshole, everyone was focusing on him, but I noticed that there were two guys who ended up getting beaten to within an inch of their life. 3 feet behind her.
Stepped on the... Yeah, I noticed that as well. The guy that was dragged on the ground, they were beating him whilst he was on the ground.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here going, you guys are worried about her? She got punched in the face, got back up, held her face. She's fine. What about that dude? Is he okay? Is he going to need to go to the hospital? Oh, she had stitches. She had to be put into the hospital in intensive care. She did not look like she had anything wrong with her the day after. I didn't see any swelling. Well, actually, I saw swelling of her eye, but that was it. There was only swelling. There weren't any cuts, scrapes, abrasions of the shit that she tried to say that he did at all. I was like, yeah, no. It also came out that she was also throwing fucking M80s and had a jar of them in hand at the time. Whether true or not, we'll have to wait until a trial comes out because, yeah. It's all hearsay at this point.
Damn it, this May, I was having a fight.
I hope that Genji gets fucking raped. I'm never able to kill anybody with McCreasel.
Oh, yes. Okay, the whole argument that, now is the time we have to be. We have to...
I got my ultimate ready when you guys are all ready.
This man...
No, fucking mate.
Yeah, I respect the fact that she... Okay, so first of all, I will say this. She had balls. She had balls to put herself in that position.
Oh my god, it's fucking Genji.
But that's it.
Every time I post up, he fucking gets right on me.
You're 5'3", less than 100 pounds, and you decided to run into a fucking brawl. That takes some guts.
I keep on respawning as Winston. Realize we're not playing Mystery Heroes. No, I only just realized we're not playing Mystery Heroes.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Fucking May.
Behold the troll.
I hit him with my freaking stun ice. Well.
But yeah, I really feel that the problems right now that we're facing are threefold. One, it's the media abusing stories and sensationalizing way too much when they shouldn't be. Two,
Hold up.
Oh, sorry. I tried to just hit the Venom line, but it also hit me.
No, it's all good. I just said hold up so I could
machine has more range than I thought it has.
Oh my god, can somebody kill this May up there?
Okay,
I can't even get close to that area. It freezes me.
so first it's the problem of the media. Two, it's the problem of education. And three, it's people mishandling information and using it as a political agenda, or for a political agenda.
If she stole my play of the game, I will freaking...
Oh, what? I pressed triangle. Yeah, but,
That was my first 4-man freaking high noon.
Like, I understand why people say that violence is the way to send a message and stuff. It's because of their emotional attachment to it. It's less of an intellectual
Man, if I could just get fucking posted up in there and start shooting.
Emotional analysis. And because if you look at
that freaking that widow,
Martin Luther King, what's that Russian guy in recent days? He's like against Vladimir Putin, and he does like public protests against.
I wouldn't do that against Vladimir Putin, just saying.
In Russia. Yeah.
You've got some big balls if you're going to try and fight that man, because you're going to end up disappearing very soon.
Yeah, he's currently under protection, but it like brought to light a heap of shit going on in Russia because like he was just doing peaceful protests and like how they treated him. They like literally tortured him.
Are you freaking that fucking Genji?
And so like there's a lot of Russian